You don't really control the color outcome until you control the porosity. I mean, would you agree that when you lift the hair, the roots lift differently than that of the mids and the ends? So then why wouldn't you alter your formula to treat the needs of the roots differently than that of the ends? I mean, listen, have you ever global glossed a redhead and found that the roots were giving, oh, that's your tone, while the ends were giving saturated? Hot roots and dark ends is an immediate recipe for, I'm going to be here later than I expected tonight, aren't I? So here's the deal. We tone for what we see, right? But have you ever considered toning for what you don't see? I mean, all three zones of the hair receive color so differently. Porosity is kind of like sunscreen. Just imagine it. You and your 4 best friends all go to the beach for the day, and Tina is the only bestie who brought sunscreen. So every single one of you have no choice but to use Tina's SPF 15. Oh my goodness, but what about poor Ashley? Ashley's gonna burn like a little overly toasted bagel if she doesn't have a higher SPF. The connection here is that some people just need more coverage. And the same can be said for porosity. Some people need more coverage in that good old toning zone. I mean, have you ever had a resistant gray client? Yeah, that's Ashley. So my little porous Pams, moisture isn't the issue always with porosity. Retention is. So how the heck do we formulate for the 3 zones of porosity? Well, our roots can range from healthy to resistant. Our mids, healthy-ish, and our ends. Well, our ends, they can be overly porous. Think of your ends like a paper towel. You lay it on a wet surface and it sucks up everything it touches, and it gets soaked and stays soaked. So my recommendation is to understand your toning intention and your canvas. Are you toning on wet hair or are you toning on dry hair? Let's just be real. You're probably toning on wet hair, towel dried, whatever you prefer to call it. So the canvas is already diluted. So your understanding of level is important too when it comes to porosity. Is your toning intention to soften or eliminate foil lines? Softening, I like to tone the same level as the natural because shades is translucent. Hence why a 6 looks more like a 7. And for eliminating, I like to tone 1 level darker than the natural so it deposits at the same level as the natural. So if you want a 6, you're going to tone it a 5. Okay. But what about these porous ends? One of the top things that you can do to combat this is adding in warmth. But how much? Think of porosity kind of like temperature. When it's cold outside, you wear a heavier jacket. When it's warmer outside, you wear a lighter jacket. And the jacket here is the warmth you add into the formula. So to understand the warmth percentage necessary to add into a porosity blocking formula, you need to truly understand the temperature. And again, the temperature is the level of porosity, which is why you hear so much here on social media about adding warmth into blondes to get reflection. When you see people saying that, they're generally not talking about the zone 1 or the root. They're talking about the zone 2, but mainly the zone 3 because that is the most porous area. Hence why if you're adding warmth into your formula, you'll add the most into your zone 3. My name is Adrienne Dara. I'm a Redken Global Artistic Ambassador and I am an educator. If you enjoyed this content, comment porosity in all capitals in the comments below and I'll see you later, daters.